Recording in progress.
Hey, Dee, I can't hear you. Dhyana? Hey, Dee? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Dee. 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 Dee, Dee, Dee. I can't hear you. Oh. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Dhyana's sound wasn't working. Hi, Dee.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, perfect. I had the things on. It looked like everything was fine. Thanks for catching that, Carrie.
I was like,
So we're all good now. Peggy, welcome back,
It's
Peggy.
been a while.
All right, so let's start then. We'll do this again. Now the sound is on. And I gotta get my picture big here. Okay, there's all three of us on the screen now. Okay, perfect. So welcome to Yin Yoga and to the month of December, my first class in December. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving and a full month of November. That was us working on appreciation. And now this month we're gonna reflect. It's the month for reflection, going inward and just finding ourselves. And Yin Yoga is a great practice just for that reason. So we can get to be with our bodies, settle into our heart, into our emotions, and soothe the mind, clear the mind. So today's practice is going to focus on the endocrine system. So we will have our feet out in the front. If it's too much for this one, I'll go ahead and do them cross-legged for the moment. So we can start with the breathing exercise. So let's go ahead and inhale, exhale as you roll the shoulders back and down. Another deep, long breath. Hold at the top, fill the lungs, lift up the rib cage, lengthen the spine from tailbone to crown. And exhale, let the shoulders drop, release any tension. And gently start to move the head, circling around. Gently 3 or 4 times in one direction. And then the other. And now we're going to settle down into our center, sit bones imprinting into the ground. Lift up from the tailbone up to the crown. And either rest your wrist on your knees or grab your knees and let the palms float down. Find an easy posture where you can be holding still for a few breaths here, couple of minutes maybe. So we're going to practice sinking breath, which is going to create the tone, set the tone for our practice. It's a breath with a longer exhalation, almost double than inhalation. So we inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Slight pause at the top. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Let your body hunger for breath. And when you're ready again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Expand the lungs, create space, rib cage opens, lungs expand. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 2. And again, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. Extending more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. Maybe do 4-to-7 ratio or even 4-to-8. So that will be double. So you have a ratio of 2-to-1 if possible. If not, go to the length that you are able and you will get better as you do more. So just by doing this breath that lengthens the exhalation, the system gets to calm, to reset, to unwind. And of course, everything works better when you are in a state of relaxation, even our endocrine system. So this is one of the ways to support our hormonal system by just really calming down through the breath. And you will notice that the heart also slows down. Your mind states may stop the chattering mind. So we get into a mode of ease and comfort. 2 more cycles on your own. And I know we all have lives outside of this practice, outside of our mat. So this could be a practice to go to when you feel overwhelmed and stressed and tense and even tired. Maybe on the top of the hour, we remind ourselves to connect to the breath, have a traffic control of the mind, see in which direction the mind is going. And if it's going in the way you don't want it to go, at least you see it and you bring it back and you reassess and readdress. And just a simple exercise, checking in once in 60 minutes, you can be beneficial to get you back on track. Also, the way we start our day is going to set the tone for the day. It's very important to do a beautiful practice of a little movement, a little meditation, and a little teaching, something spiritual that you want to listen to or read in the morning. So that will set you to a great start. All right, so now I will start with opening our kidneys and adrenal meridians, so we can have the feet out in front, touching the soles of the feet. And we will lean forward and actually grab the feet in our hands, and we can create a gentle massage as we open the feet to the side like it's a book with very tight pages. I'm just gonna open them and just do a massage on the soles of the feet as we lean forward. As we work on our feet, it's called reflexology because these nerve endings reflect throughout the body system. So you may be helping your kidneys and lungs and adrenals as you massage your feet, even your head and your neck, as you go up to the big toe. In the middle of your foot would be your internal organs in the soft area of the body. The sole of the foot right beneath your toes would be your chest area and rib cage. And down at the heel, we have the lower legs, the sciatic nerve, and these organs in the pelvic floor. All right, so do a little bit more massage. And then find a position where you can hold. If your ankles need something soft underneath, go and get your blanket, because the ankles do get a good stretch here, but they can be a little intense touching the ground. So allowing the body to hang without forcing the pose. Just allowing the gravity to pull you. The heaviness of your head will create this forward fold naturally. Opening up our back, activating the kidneys and the adrenals for good liquid filtration in the body and good response to stress. So our adrenal glands get overwhelmed when we are under stress. They have to continuously produce cortisol, and it gets to be too much. So then we get into flight and fight, and we stay there and we freeze there. And that when the body is overwhelmed, by practicing the yin yoga, we get to undo any damage, or we get to prevent any high amounts of stress and anxiety in the body by doing the work ahead of time. It's also most beneficial to work on prevention, of course. So allow your gaze to go inward. Maybe you're looking down at the navel point, squeezing the navel to the spine. Just really opening through the back and shoulders, between the shoulder blades, back of the neck, lower back. Getting a chance for your kidneys and adrenals to breathe new, vibrant energy as you give them your full attention and some time here. We have too many body parts, and it's hard to be with each and every one of them. It's like having 1,000 children, and we cannot give attention to each and every one of them all the time, but at least we take the time to acknowledge the major meridians, the major organs. They all want some attention, just like we all do When they are seen and acknowledged and respected, they do end working out better for us. And this would really open up the lumbar spine from the sacrum to maybe L4, the lower area. That does get compressed usually in our sitting position. So take some deep breaths to whichever area feels more tight or stagnant or contracted. Bring your mind attention and the energy of the breath and your heart's intention for healing and transformation of this one area. All right, let's go ahead and inhale and lift up slowly. Come back to sitting up tall and just notice your body after this one small exercise. Deepen the breath, shrug the shoulders, release them down, release any tension of the neck. And we'll go on to the next pose. We're gonna do a half child's pose. So we will have the right knee bent and left leg goes out to the side. Then we sit back on the heel just like we do in child's pose. So the right thigh is gonna compress the right side of the body. And the left leg is gonna open into the spleen meridian and liver meridian on the inside. And this lymphatic flow in the groin. Right thigh, it will massage the liver itself, compressing that area, squeezing the toxins out. The liver, it's a big organ, very liquid, very fluid. It's a bunch of blood cells. So we get to detoxify the liver just by putting gentle pressure. It's very movable, very flowing, but it can be just highly toxic too, because of some things we may be ingesting or not processing well. Even our emotions have to be processed through the liver and the spleen. So take this time to really be with this beautiful internal organ. Just being grateful for what this liver can do for us, keeping us in check, getting rid of toxic materials out of the body, purifying, synthesizing, just doing its work 24/7 without asking for breaks, vacations, sick days, hopefully not. Just bringing gratitude from our heart to the liver itself. How many chances you get to be with your liver? You can imagine the liver as an organ or a shape you've seen in a book, or make an image of your own. Connecting inward with the liver, reflecting on all the good things that the liver does for us. It helps in the bile production, bilirubin, all kinds of things. works together with the spleen. Now we will walk the hands out to the right, just gently opening up the left side a little bit more, creating an arch on the left side body from the hip to the fingertips. And maybe your head turns gently to the right. Good. Jane, do you need a blanket to put under that knee? Maybe you can, you're okay there. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, okay, yeah. Good, you got a good pose though. That looks good. And walk it to the right if you can, just slightly opening through the under the armpit, under the shoulder blade. Just feeling that expansion as you breathe into the left side. To the rib cage, the area against the heart center. And gently into the armpit for good axillary flow of lymph. Another detoxifying system in the body, the lymphatic system. It gets all the toxins out of the blood, cleansing all the time. So we are working groin on the left, axillary on the left, and liver on the right. We also create a nice massage against the ascending colon on that right side and a little bit in the transverse colon for increasing our elimination ability and processing of food of the small intestine level. And we can inhale now and slightly come up. We're gonna swivel this leg back and come into a sleeping swan. So we're gonna be right here with the right foot coming out a bit. It's like a sleeping pigeon, but we have the hands on the floor. We're not sleeping just yet. It's called the swan. So hands press on the floor. We have the chest lifted and neck and chest and head drop back a little bit. Opening here. And here we can have a bolster under the right side if needed. To get a grip. It's a lot of detoxifying. So this yin yoga may actually get you overwhelmed because if something in the body is super toxic, it will just totally overwhelm you, wipe you out. So sometimes you just need to back off and take a break or do less time. Yeah, deepen the breath, do that sinking breath. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Just controlling the breath can control everything else in the body. We cannot control the heart directly, but as we control the breath, we can slow down the heart, slow down the mind, soothe and heal the emotions, the overwhelming feelings, the anxiety. So slow down and connect to the breath. In Chinese medicine, the liver is called the sea of emotions. So we hold, being so liquid, it's like a sea, but it's also like a sponge. So you can hold a lot of stuff from the past that we did not process properly. So all of those things can come up in yin yoga. Just don't be afraid though, as they're on their way out and you are transforming and healing your body little by little. And exhale now, slide forward to the best of your ability. Maybe you have a bolster under your arms or under your head, maybe a bolster under your right hip. All right, see how that feels. Make it comfortable enough so you can hold. Did you get like a major headache? No, it's here. Oh, it got you.
Like
It cramped you?
And
Mhm.
then I can totally feel it. Because my acupuncturist also said that my biggest problem is actually
The spleen meridian inside the leg and the liver and the spleen.
I tried
Yeah.
some other things. I've never been that
You
intense.
can even massage it. Just give it some help right now and massage it and drink some water. You need to use a lot of water today. Coconut water, Himalayan salt water, anything to flush it out. Because you may be just holding a lot there. Emotion, kids, stuff connected to family and kids is right there. A couple more breaths here, just really slowing down that breath. Continue to use that sinking breath when you feel overwhelmed. Drink some water as you need to. Using more alkaline water, that pH 9.5, it's great. Or make your own by adding some Himalayan salt to your water. Or drink coconut water, that's always good. And now we'll walk our hands out to the right again to expand into the left side once more, just for 3 more breaths. Inhale and walk it into center. Gonna slide up a little bit one more time to open the chest. Take a deep breath. And we'll slowly release that side and we will switch. Take a moment in the center. Maybe if the leg feels really tight, really tense or stuck, shake the legs out in front before you go to the next pose. You can even massage them a little bit. Tap, tap, tap helps. Any kind of massage. Qigong massage is the cupped hand where you just tap the meridians. All right. And then we will do the left side. So we're gonna bring the left knee under and the right leg out to the side with that half child pose on the left. And we see how far down we can go here on your block or bolster. Working the spleen meridian on the right. And now we are compressing and massaging the pancreas and the islets of Langerhans on top of the pancreas. Those islets of Langerhans have to do with our sugar metabolism, producing insulin. So we are balancing the sugar metabolism in the body. And we are supporting the pancreas. That is another big processing plant in the body. So we are addressing this left side along with the descending colon.
Connecting with the body, bring the attention to the area you are working on, giving it full attention, opening the communication channels between this organ in the body and you. Everything needs to be acknowledged, seen, welcomed. And we are also deciding to be grateful for all these internal organs working for us. And we reflect on what is there that we can do to stay always in tune with the body. Keep an open channel of communication, of feedback, because the body always gives us signals about how it's doing. We are not always ready to listen or available to even listen. And we oversee things for too long, and then they can transfer into pain and disease and major problems in the body. And if we create this channel of communication, we can catch things early. We get little signals that, this doesn't feel good, this doesn't feel right. I need a break, I need to breathe, I need to rest, I need to get away. Your body will tell you, I need more sleep, I need better food. Nourishment, not just food. And walk the hands to the left a little bit, opening a little bit more on the right side. And bring it gently back into center. And slide the hands in next to the body and slide the right leg back very gently. Coming into a swan position where the left leg comes a little bit forward with the knee bent on the floor. So we have support from our hands. And we lift the chest. Press the head back slightly to open the thymus gland, thyroid and parathyroid, and activate the pineal gland. So when we work on the thymus, we increase the T cells, the T-type lymphocytes in the thymus gland for good immunity. And then thyroid and parathyroid have to do with our energy levels. So we increase the production of thyroxine, so we don't have to get it from a pill. And the pineal gland, it's in direct connection with the the master gland. The master gland in the body, pituitary gland, yes. So pineal gland is more in the center of the brain, and there's a pathway from that to the pituitary gland in the back of the head. So it's a pathway. So as we connect into the third eye point, we activate the pineal gland. So roll your eyes up and make them meet between the eyebrows.
We can enhance the production of melatonin during the night and serotonin during the day. We also stretch the vagus nerve pathway, cranial nerve number 10. That also has to do with a happiness level because it can also increase dopamine and serotonin, happy hormones in the brain. That's why we always feel good and more energized after we do neck stretches. We feel more uplifted. Now we will slowly transition to sleeping swan. We're gonna walk the hands forward and drop the body down, either on your bolster or on the floor. Deepen and soften and lengthen the breath. Find a pose that feels comfortable right on the edge before it gets uncomfortable. Connect with that energy of the breath and find stillness. Walk the hands to the right edge of the mat. Open the left side. Breathe. Penetrate with the breath into the thickness of the rib cage wall and of the heart wall. Sometimes we have many shields around our heart. So let those be dissipated. Let them fall down. Penetrating into the heart center from the side. Soften, relax, and let go. We are afraid to let go of our protection, to let go, to be vulnerable. But beneath that vulnerability lays your strength.
the true power inside your heart, inside your soul. Inhale and gently come on up. See how the legs are doing first. See if they need a little bit more shaking or stretching or massaging. Getting back alive. We also worked on the sciatic nerve on the left side, so the sciatic nerve will be happy. And now we'll come on the belly. We will slide the left arm under. We're going to create an X with our arms. So left arm is going to go under this way and right arm. So it's an X with the arms underneath the chin. And then we rest our head on the X'd arms. It's going to feel a little awkward at first. Even if you need a blanket or something to help you here to rest your head if you want to, or just lay on your arms. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Breathe here. This is a pose that helps us in the back body to open up and stretch between the shoulder blades, shoulders, and neck. And in the front, you will squeeze and activate the thymus gland and the thyroid and parathyroid. Good for our throat and neck, for speech and communication as well. All right, gently let go of the arms. Remember that you had the left on top, maybe. I think that's what I said. And now we'll drop the head to the floor and create a cactus arms. And we'll turn the head to the right. Take a few breaths here, activating the left side of the neck. Inhale, lift off. Now right arm slides under first. Get it to the other side, and then left arm is going to be on top. And rest your chin, your head on the arms again. Deepen the breath, lengthen the exhalation. Let go of any blockages through the exhalations. Penetrate with the deep energy of the breath with each inhalation. Any blockages, any constraints, tight, shady, dark areas in the body. Go there and open up space and bring the light and shine into those areas. Claiming more space in the body. Letting go of any anxiety, negative emotions, fears from the heart, from the chest. Breathe them all out. Creating space and freedom in the chest area. And now release the X. Bring the arms in cactus and turn the head to the left. Inhale, bring the chin back to center and rest it on the floor if you are able. To stretch the front of the neck, thyroid and parathyroid. All right, so let's press into the hands. Press back into a child's pose for a moment. Stretch the arms from tailbone to crown, lengthen the whole spine. Exhale, let go. Inhale, lengthen. And we gently come on out of the child's pose and lay down on our backs. Not backs, yes, excuse me, one more pose. Saddle pose. Okay, for saddle pose, we have two versions. One is gonna be just simply open wide as you can with your knees and feet wider than the knees. And then walk on your hands or elbows in the front. So your hips are on top of your knees in the same lane, I should say, not quite on top. But you don't want your hips too far back or too far forward. You want them centered. If that's okay, do that. And if you want a little bit more, sit down between your heels and get your calves out of the way on the side here. This may be more challenging, okay? So this is level 2. All right, and then we're gonna walk the hands back and open the chest. It may just be on your hands with the spine long and chin towards the chest. Or you can go down to the elbows, whatever your body wants to do right now. Okay. So see what feels good. So open the knees enough. To the widest stance that you can first. The knees go wide like that, you see?
okay, okay. You're not doing that one. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure you are following. Thank you for telling me that. Yep, you don't know that. Gotta know your body. Child's pose is always fun. A few more breaths here. Inhale and bring that one back in. Slowly and gradually release those knees out in front and lay down on your back. So we'll have the feet to the edge of the mat. And we'll do some windshield wipers, dropping the knees left to right very gently. Now stop into center and move the hips a little bit to the left. So slide them offset to the left and then drop the knees to the right. Feel that stretch. Arms go out in a T, head turns to the left. And if you need more stretch in this outer left hip and thigh, bring the right foot on top of the left knee. It helps it drop down a bit more if you need that extra help there. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale 4, exhale 6. Inhale, bring everything back to center, the head first, and then the legs. Come back to neutral. And now walk the hips to the right. Knees drop to the left, arms in a T, head to the right. Deepen the breath, find your good posture here. Activate these areas in the body that feel restrained, tight, or tense. Bring into them. And Bring the left foot on top of the right knee if you want to deepen the stretch. Listen to the body. If your body doesn't feel like doing a certain pose, just always do Shavasana or child's pose. One more time, breathe into the liver. Right side of the lung, in those three big lobes of your lungs. And bring the head back to center. And then onto your legs. Bring the spine back to neutral. Bring the knees up over the waist. And circle the knees around. Arms pressed down on the floor on each side. Creating a circle around the waist. One direction and then the other. Centering our spine. And then let go of the legs and find Shavasana. If you like your bolster underneath you, you can use it or use your blanket to keep you warm. Allowing the body to fully rest and recover and process all the benefits of all the poses. All the shapes we created, all the breaths we took, all the awareness we brought into the body, creating transformation, transmutation of energy, and healing. We open up space. We're creating freedom of movement, freedom of flow of energy in the meridians. We brought in those organs in balance, participating to homeostasis, where we find perfect balance. Being grateful for this practice, for this day. Letting go of the past, reflecting, looking deep inside of ourselves to find the answers so we can create a greater future. It's always good to take at least 5 minutes after yin yoga to really rest in Shavasana. 10 minutes, it's even better. So do not underestimate the power of this stillness, of this pose. It's actually the most important pose in yoga because it brings everything together. Notice your heart rate slowing down. The breath is slightly audible, almost non-existent. Your mind state is clear and focused, peaceful and quiet. The heart is open. Emotions are balanced. Acknowledge your body, respect your body, bow to your heart. And slowly and gently start to move the fingers and toes, wiggle and stretch, bring some energy in the body. Stretch the arms up overhead, lengthen, activate. And exhale, bring the hands to the knees, squeeze them towards the chest, hug them in. And turn to your right side and come on up. All right. Inhale, open the arms out, gather some energy. Exhale, bring that into you, into a big hug with the left arm on top. Squeeze yourself, give yourself a squeeze, tight hug. Inhale again, open the arms. Exhale, the other arm on top. Squeeze again, biggest hug of the day. All right, inhale again, receive, reach up to the sky, palms up. Activate, energize, energy flowing into the palm center. And exhale, connect the palms and bring them into your forehead, mouth, and heart. For good thoughts, kind speech, and great, loving, open heart. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Dhyana. Thank you. Maggie, you had a good practice.